Welcome back. In the last episode, we diagnosed the problem with the paper tiger investor. We saw how Alan, despite having a perfect financial plan, lost $130,000 in the 2020 crash because he didn't have a protocol for panic. We learned that relying on willpower during a crash is like trying to hold your breath underwater. Eventually, you drown. We introduced the concept of forward time travel, the fire drill, where you simulate the crash before it happens. But simulation is just the training. What happens when the real fire starts? What do you do when the market is down 20%, the news is screaming recession, and your spouse is asking if you should sell? Today, I'm giving you the complete operating system. I'm going to teach you the zone system, the specific rules for green, yellow, and red markets. I'm going to show you how to break the doom loop of constant checking. And I'm going to show you how to turn your financial advisor into a human circuit breaker. In aviation, pilots do not improvise during emergencies. They have specific checklists for specific conditions. The resilience protocol applies the same logic to your money using 3 zones. The green zone, normal operations. Market is down 0% to 10%. The rule, business as usual. Ignore the noise. The danger here isn't panic, it's boredom leading to tinkering. The yellow zone, caution. Market is down 10% to 20%. The rule, heightened awareness. This is where anxiety builds. You activate the information diet. You stop checking daily. You reduce the noise inputs. The red zone, crisis protocol. Market is down 20% or more. The rule, zero improvisation. In the red zone, you are forbidden from making any decision without a 24-hour cooling off period and a consultation with your advisor. You execute the script you wrote when you were calm. Let's look at what happens in the red zone. Meet Sam. Sam was a data-driven product manager. When the market dropped in 2022, his instinct was to gather more data. He installed 3 news apps. He checked his portfolio every hour. He entered the doom loop. Check portfolio down 2%, cortisol spike, 10 a.m. push notification, market crashes, adrenaline spike, check again, panic building. Sam thought he was being responsible. In reality, he was frying his nervous system. He wasn't making decisions based on his 20-year horizon. He was reacting to the last 30 minutes. To save Sam, we needed the observer. The observer is the capability that catches the urge before the action. Sam practiced noticing the tightness in his chest before he reached for his phone. He implemented the information diet, deleted the apps, blocked the news sites. The rule, 1 portfolio check per week, Friday at 4 p.m. He replaced information poisoning with sensory gating. He stopped the panic by cutting the feed. Surviving the crash is only half the battle. The other half is the recovery. This is where Linda failed. Linda didn't panic sell at the bottom. She sold strategically at -10%. She felt smart. But when the market turned, she froze. First rally, dead cat bounce, I'll wait. Second rally, it's overextended, I'll wait. Third rally, I missed the bottom, I can't buy now. She sat in cash for 3 years. She missed a 60% recovery because she was waiting for it to feel safe. The analyst capability reveals a harsh truth. Recovery never feels like recovery. By the time it feels safe, you missed it. Linda used the analyst to reality test her narrative. Her fear, I'll look stupid if I buy back higher than I sold. The reality, staying in cash is the stupidity. She set up a systematic re-entry protocol. Automatic transfers, no decisions. She removed her ego from the equation. Finally, we have to talk about the people around you. The family system. In relationships, we often see panic asymmetry. One partner is the stoic, ignores it. The other is the worrier, obsesses. The worrier escalates to be heard. The stoic withdraws. Eventually, they sell just to stop the fighting. The solution, the joint protocol. You sign a no panic pact while the market is green. And you establish a worry window. A scheduled time, e.g. Saturday morning, to discuss fears. No market talk at dinner. No doom scrolling in bed. You contain the anxiety to a specific time slot. The professional system. This changes how you use your advisor. You don't pay an advisor to predict the future. You pay them to be a human circuit breaker. Your red zone rule should be, I must call my advisor before selling. And the advisor's job isn't to argue. It's to read your own protocol back to you. I hear you're scared, but right here, in the document you signed, you said that at 30% you would feel this way, and you promised to wait 48 hours. They provide the friction that saves you from yourself. Remember Alan, the paper tiger who panic sold in 2020? He built this protocol. When the 2022 bear market hit, he felt the same fear, the same nausea. But this time, he noticed it observer. He reality tested the this time is different narrative analyst. He pulled out his written red zone script. He didn't check the news. He didn't sell. In fact, he deployed cash according to his reentry rule. By late 2024, his portfolio was $220,000 higher than it would have been if he had repeated his panic. The difference wasn't the market. The difference was the system. You now have the framework, the zones, the information diet, the circuit breakers. But a framework in your head isn't enough. You need the physical document. You need the specific scripts to read to yourself when you are down 40%. You need the templates for the no panic pact with your spouse. We cannot build that document for you in a podcast. That is why we wrote the Resilience Protocol. The book contains the templates, the simulation guides, and the specific scripts for the break glass call with your advisor. But first, you cannot execute this if you don't have the basic capability to sit with discomfort. Go to SafeSimpleSound.com/foundation and get the free foundation guide. Build the equanimity first. Then, if you are ready to stop fearing the crash, get the book on Amazon. Or if you realize you prefer professional guidance, visit SafeSimpleSound.com/claritysdiagnostic to get started. The next crash is coming. You can't stop it, but you can be ready for it. Thanks for watching.